a large-scale trough sits anchored over the eastern United States. At mid to upper levels, this trough extends from the Gulf of Mexico up through the mid-Atlantic, carrying a subtle, elongated shortwave energy into South Florida. This feature is not overly dynamic. Its surface reflection remains weak, but it's enough to sustain a moist, unstable atmosphere with a stationary boundary draped across peninsular Florida. The moisture inflow from the Gulf and Atlantic loiters, steepening low-level lapse rates and priming the stage for diurnal convection. Think of it as the atmosphere's equivalent of slow-cooked humidity waiting to erupt. From the Keys through southeast Florida and northward, the stationary front acts like a seam between air masses. To the south of Alligator Alley in Miami's Reach, this boundary combines with upper-level energy to focus today's heaviest rain and localized flooding potential. The Keys, too, remain soggy. Persistent westerly and southwesterly flow along that stalled front continues to ferry moisture over marine zones and southern peninsular areas. Further northeast from Melbourne north, south of Orlando still sees elevated rain chances as the trough weakens slightly, allowing Atlantic high pressure to edge westward, tightening the onshore flow. This setup brings a diffuse east coast sea breeze that carries moisture inland, spawning scattered showers and storms later today. Inland and central parts of the peninsula, including around Tampa Bay, remain transitional. Mid-level troughing aloft, combined with an east/northeast low-level flow, nudges moisture westward. Convection will initiate inland during the afternoon, marching toward the west coast into the evening. Today's key points by region: South Florida, Miami to Keys. Heavy rainfall is the headline here. With entrenched stationary front and upper-level support, convective cells south of Alligator Alley could deliver intense downpours capable of rapid flooding. The Keys, with westerly moisture transport, keep thunder chances elevated. Central Atlantic coast, Melbourne to north of Orlando. Rain probability remains high, fueled by onshore flow and lingering frontal moisture. Afternoon sea breeze development, though weak inland, may trigger localized storms. Western peninsular Florida, Tampa Bay inward. Shower and storm potential exists, though cloud cover and moisture layering could cap development somewhat. Still, CAMS and guidance suggest afternoon activity, with cells pushing toward the coast by evening. North Florida and Georgia, mentioning briefly. Central Florida's boundary dips just south of Tallahassee, resulting in only isolated sea breeze storms with probabilities near 20%. Georgia remains mostly under drier, more stable air as the trough uplift has already begun. At play today is a classic textbook scenario. Stationary boundary, stalls across the peninsula, acts as a focus for lift, triggering storms where surface temperature and moisture meet, upper-level trough and shortwave. Weak, yes, but enough to enhance vertical motion where moisture is abundant. Moist inflow and onshore gradient. Atlantic and Gulf sources maintain high dew points, especially south and east. Diurnal sea breezes, though modest, they serve as mesoscale triggers inland, given the high background moisture. Combine these, and the region is under a wet, unsettled regime. No single thruster of severe activity, but a widespread chance of convective flooding, especially where boundaries linger. In summary, so today you're flying or watching the radar. You can expect a moist, somewhat slow-moving corridor of rain and thunderstorms across southern Florida, with localized flooding possible where cells become training or stick over an area. Up the coast, expect scattered afternoon showers. Nothing widespread, but enough to monitor. Inland, don't let the cloud cover fool you. Storms will bubble and move out toward the Gulf as the day progresses, especially over central and southern parts of the peninsula. Northward, conditions are calmer with only spotty precipitation. This is not explosive weather, but it is persistent, driven by a locked-in pattern of moisture, a feeble yet persistent front, and classic Florida geography. Keep an eye on pulse convective cells, maintain vigilance for flooding in low-lying areas, and appreciate the subtle interplay between synoptic shaping and local triggers, like the breath of the sea breeze and the hold point of a stationary front. That's today's atmospheric lecture, live and airborne. Fly safe, stay sharp, and enjoy the cloudscape in all its humid nuance.